Isabeau. Hello, welcome to the Mad About You YouTube channel. My name is Madeleine. I use she and her pronouns, and I come to you today on the land of the Gubby Gubby people of the Sunshine Coast. And in the spirit of reconciliation, I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Today is Saturday the 6th of April 2024. I am on school holidays. I was hoping to record earlier in the week, but we had Easter and my brother was up, my sister has moved in temporarily, and it was just lovely but chaos. So here we are later in the week, and this is episode 72, I think, and this is like the March in review. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. This is my corner crafty space on the internet where I talk about mostly knitting, occasionally crochet, what I'm making, what I'm reading, or into lately. And yeah, it's just my place for 6 years this month, that I've been coming sometime between once a month or every 2 weeks in the early days to talk to you about what I'm making. So thank you so much for being here and spending some time. Yeah, March was a month. It was the end of school term. We finished on the day before Good Friday, so that was nice. I feel like it went very quickly. And I did get heaps of knitting done as well. So I would like to show you my works in progress. Let's start with the most exciting one, and then we will move to the lesser exciting work in progress. I am making the Pressed Flowers Shawl by Amy Christoffers or Savory Knitting. This is it here. I am knitting this shawl in yarn that I bought in 2022 when I went to Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool, or the New York Sheep and Wool show. I'm keeping the details in my crafty notebook here. So I am using the main color blue is Sawkill Farm. It is their black indigo color. It's DK weight. It's just called DK yarn. And it's 50% of their farm wool and then 50% domestic US merino. And I'm also using Sonder Yarn Company's Haze, which is a 74% Zuri alpaca and a 26% silk. And this color is called Free Spirit, and it is a hot pink. So yeah, let's show you. I think last time we spoke, I maybe had started and I had done only a tiniest little bit. This time I have done a lot more. I'm hoping I'm not mid-row. No. And it is coming along beautifully. So, sorry, just sorting myself out. I am using my Chowgu needle set. I'm using a 4mm needle. And I've got 2 cables joined together at the moment to make it long enough. But this is it so far. I will show you close up the front, and this is the the back. And this is Mosaic Knitting, so it looks very complicated, but it's a series of slip stitches and knit stitches and occasionally a purl. And it is honestly just beautiful. It's pretty intuitive after I'd say maybe like the first repeat. But occasionally I do still check the pattern probably once a row. And I have had to tinker back a couple of times because I've like misdone the number around here or something, or I've done too many the next row and haven't done enough of this, or I even spent 2 hours unpicking because silly me, you knit up and back in a color, and so you're never working more than one color at a time. But I knit up in one and then put it down and got back and then just like knit an up and back in the mohair. So to tink back all the mohair and then re-knit back and do it again. So that's been really frustrating, but it's happened maybe like 3 times out of all of this. I have done, I think I've completed 4. I'm on my 5th pattern repeat. So I've been marking them up the center spine here. So there's like the setup rows, which is to here, and that's repeat 1, repeat 2, repeat 3, 4. Okay, and I'm on to the 5th, and it looks like I've almost finished the first half. I really wanted to have this. I thought I could finish this on this whole school holidays. And I've done a lot of knitting on it, but I have another project that's taken up my time. So this is pressed flowers. It is stunning. I cannot wait for it to be finished. I'm wondering if you can see like, so obviously the 2 yarns are different weights. So we have DK, which is the dark blue, and then this is a lace weight. It is fluffy. I'm just trying to see, can you see the halo? Maybe not really. It's beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I really wish I had enough yarn to have made the cardigan. I always intended on making the shawl. I don't think the cardigan pattern existed when I first bought yarn for this. And then I thought, oh, I could go and buy some like main color yarn instead of the Sawkill, but then I just thought to myself, nope, you bought it for a reason, you're going to use it. So I've been weighing kind of at the end of every section after section 3. I'm still on my first ball, but I'll finish section 5 and have finished this, and I'm still on my first ball of Suri of this Haze. So that's them there. So I probably will only use one of this, I think. And I'm going to modify the pattern. I don't love the border pattern that comes with it. So I've done some like Ravelry searching, and some people have made some modifications I really quite enjoy. So I will probably take those on board, but I reckon we're a little bit off. So that's my, that has been my primary work in progress. I've been monogamous on that until my next project, which is, I don't even know what to call it. It's an unfinished finished object because I did finish it. I showed you it finished last month, I'm sure, or nearly finished. And then it was wrong. So I'm doing it again. So this is the basic Beanie by Tin Can Knits. It is a painful pattern. It is a like kind of choose your own adventure rib. I've chosen 3x1 knitting, 3x1 ribbing. And if you can, it might be hard. I'm trying to keep my face not covered. So this bit that's a bit crinkly here, I had actually knit the decreases and finished. But when we went to try it on, it was too short. Like it's supposed to have the folded brim. Anyway, I really couldn't figure out what the go was and why that was not right. And then I bound it off and I let my sister try it on. She's like, look, I like it. I'll wear it probably just at home because of the lack of folding. And I just thought to myself, I've put the effort in to knit this twice because of the 2x1 rib mishap. And then I'm knitting with some people on Wednesday night, I think, and we kind of talked about it, and the girls just said pull it out and do it again. So if you can see, that's crinkly. I've just knit another 3 and a bit inches, and then now I've started the decreases. I thought I could do this whole thing in a day, but I didn't realize I had to knit essentially 4 more inches, and I didn't really knit yesterday. So hopefully today I will get this done. I've done 1 of 10 sets of decreases. And obviously decreases get quicker the further you are along, so that's helpful. So yeah, they're my works in progress. I don't have anything else that's finished. I'm hoping maybe by next month that my pressed flowers will be done. but I also have some other things going on next month, so we shall see. So this may be a very short episode because I don't really have a whole lot else to talk to you about. I'm still on my yarn ban from purchasing. Advent kits are starting to be released or like spoken about. I think this year I'm going to go without an Advent, purely because I still haven't knit my Ashen Eve from last year because I prioritized the Daffodil Road Yarn Company. I have got to I think this year I'm really trying not to buy anything because I'm working through my stash and I'm enjoying that process. So I think this year we'll be working on advents of years past, which I actually feel like I want to do Vlogmas. So I don't quite know how that will go because the main part of Vlogmas is usually opening advents. But anyway, that's 8 months away. We can figure that out then. I got a feedback comment actually that I say a lot, and that was literally the only thing they said. So I do, and it's because I don't have my notes with me. Anyhow, I am reading, started No Silly Questions. It's by the Daily Oz, which is an Australian news. They have a podcast, Instagram page, and so they have written a book about a variety of different things. I started reading that in mid-March, maybe? Yeah, because it was a school open day and I read it in the afternoon while I was waiting for people to come and check out the history department. I've been watching Somebody Feed Phil, which is on Netflix. It's this guy called Phil. He's a producer on Seinfeld. No, Everybody Loves Raymond, I think. And he goes to different places and basically just eats his way around. So that's been really interesting. I think I watched an episode a while ago and I found him like a bit strange and I was just like, no, not for me. But since I've been living with mum and dad, mum and I tried it out and I really enjoyed it. So I've been watching that a little bit and then listening. Nothing in particular. I am going to be listening to Taylor Swift's album when that comes out on the 19th of April, but not yet, obviously. So yeah, that's that. In terms of life update, hopefully my May in review will have me in my new house, or my unit. So that's exciting. I have my tenants move out on the 14th, and then I'll pick up the keys from the real estate on the 16th. And then the next Monday, my painter is going in to paint the upstairs. And then the carpet hopefully will go in a couple of weeks after that. And then my dad and I, mostly my dad probably, will paint the downstairs once I've moved in. Because I think like we could definitely do it ourselves, but I really needed the painting done before the carpets. And I am really disinterested in continuing to stay here at mum and dad's when I'm still paying like $600 and something a month for storage, and I pay them board and, you know, and I don't have anyone paying my mortgage. So that's that. And that'll be busy but fun. I'm also like very overwhelmed at the thought of unpacking all of the stuff because I didn't cull before I left. It's mostly just the kitchen stuff and the craft room, because I have no craft room furniture other than my one IKEA blue cabinet because I got rid of everything when I moved last time, but that's okay. It was kind of intentional. I didn't think I'd have space in my storage shed, and so I donated it all, and it will be nice to start afresh in this place because I will probably be there for a long while. So yeah, that's coming up as well next month. So I think I'll finish that shawl, but also my knitting time will be severely decreased. Yeah. It's only early April, isn't it? It is. Okay, I'm just thinking like the next video I'm thinking is May in review, but it's not, it's April in review. So I will probably still be here, actually. Not my new place, the one after. Yes, so that's that. This is a super quick one. I don't really have anything else at this point to say. I really should have taken some notes. Oh, I have something to show you. I borrowed a book from the library. and I feel like I borrowed it out last time to talk about it, and then I think it was overdue and I forgot, and I haven't rewatched last episode, so I don't know. But this book here is called Brioche. It has 3 full patterns, and it is about, it's just a knitting technique book. What I actually thought might be fun to do this holidays was go borrow out a whole heap of books from my library that are crafty related, and we can sit down and do a review. But my local library actually doesn't have that many at my library the 2 times that I've gone to check it out. A few books on sewing, which is cool. But yeah, this book looks really wicked. It's got, I feel like we talked about this because I'm having deja vu now. But yeah. Oh, I have one more thing. I have been working through my Ravelry queue, and I'm knitting from stash this year, as I'm not on my I'm on my no buy year. But I found a new pattern recently that I thought that I would really possibly like to make. It is a Westness pattern. It is called Fibre Fest Shawl, and I can hear the washing machine. Give me a sec. All right, so I have looked at a pattern recently called the Fibre Fest Shawl. It's a Westness pattern. 3 yarns, fingering weight. I really like the look of it. I was thinking, oh, we'll have to press flowers, maybe that's what I'll make. But then I just went back to my Ravelry queue because I've really fancying brioche. And then I forgot plumpy's in here because I really intended on making plumpy next. I bought and have had this shawl called the Wildwood Shawl by Andrew Mowry for ages. It's like a feather and fan lacy whole go, and I've got 3 yarns set aside for that, but then I thought those 3 actually might look nice in the Fibre Fest, so let's look up Fibre Fest. We have a Finn outside who's desperate to say hello. All right, so this is it here by Westness. I would want more muted colors, I think, like less high contrast. Actually, I don't know why I'm showing you. I could just insert a picture floating here. Anyway, oh no, just went to full screen. That was an accident. So 3 skeins of fingering weight, like 400. No, sorry. So it uses like, yeah, so 400 yards, 380, and then 360. So different amount, but 3 full skeins, basically 3 fairly full skeins. And so there are some really beautiful projects that people are making here. And so I'm really considering it, but also I do have the West Knit Shawls book, and there are a couple in there that I haven't knit yet, so I probably should prioritize that. The other thing that I was thinking of doing is I was at Knit Group on Thursday at Say Little Hen, which is my local yarn shop, and I can't usually go to this one because I'm at work, but it was Thursday. And so anyway, I went, and Andrea, who is also, she's Knit News, so if you wanted to check someone else out on Instagram, she was knitting a hoagie pattern, and it's like a combination of like garter, lace. It looked beautiful, and it's all done, she's using 2 strands of like Suri alpaca. But I'm thinking I've got all of that Kumo left over from my Fantastitch that I could modify the pattern and do something with that, like each, like do a solid main color, and then just change the pattern weight gauge, I guess, change the gauge through the weight of yarn, and make like have a solid gray or something, and then have the color pops being the Kumo, which is that super fluffy alpaca Suri. Beautiful. So that's an idea that I've had percolating, but that's all really. I can't think of much else about the future makes. Let's get through these 2 first, particularly the hat, because my sister moves in 2 weeks. So it'll be good to be able to give it to her before she goes and not have to post it. So yeah. Okay, that is absolutely everything I can think to talk to you about. It's a, short episode today, shorter for me. If you'd like to follow me online, you can find me as Madbell on Ravelry and Mad About You on Instagram. Obviously, you found me here on YouTube. You may also, hopefully, not too long, well, when I move, I'll reopen my Etsy shop. And for those of you who may be new, I have a service on Etsy. My shop's on holiday at the moment, where you send me yarn and I cake it, you send me caked yarn preferably, and then I will crank it into either 64 stitch or 72 stitch sock snake tubes, and then you can cut in afterthought, heels, toes and cuffs. I also do have a service which is slightly more expensive, where I can do what's called a hung hem for you. So like the hem already comes on the sock, and that's a service that I offer. So my machine has been packed in storage. I thought I would, well, the machine was here for a bit, but I packed the table and all of the things that I need to actually make the socks. So it was just easier to put the shop on hiatus for however long it was, and then I will reopen that once I'm settled in my new place. And yeah, you can purchase those off me, and it's a really good way if you like an afterthought heel of using up your sock stash, or your sock yarn stash, because the majority of the knitting's done. It's the fun parts, the heels and the toes, that you chuck in. When I do that, actually, when I get ready, when I am ready, I will probably do another video about the shop and how things work and whatnot. But anyway, that is it actually now for the 7th time. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that you spent some time with me, and I will see you next month with an April in review and some more pressed flowers and hopefully a finished hat. Bye for now, be safe, and I will see you in a month.